Why be easy when you can just die? I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a figure that I got from a mystery box. And alright, so here it is. This is the Spider-Woman figure. Yeah, from, I think it's the Modok BAF Wave. Also in the mystery box, I also got this comic book here. I think it's one right here, right? Yeah, I got this this Spider-Woman comic book that came with her too. To know her is to fear her, the Spider-Woman, first spectacular issue. Now in her own comic book, the superheroine sensation they said couldn't be done. All the world is against her special origin, not for resale. You can see there she looks without the hair coming out. To me, that just looks kind of. To me, I don't think that looks too good. Oh no, this is the comic book where she doesn't have her hair sticking out. You can see right there, the mask is pulled off, and then you see her hair. Is there more of her with the thing on? Oh, you get to see Spider-Man ad there. No, this is this issue only has her. You get some code, something. I've never heard of those toys. Dragon Ball Advance Adventure. That's for the Game Boy Advance, yeah. And you can see her without her. Oh no, her hair does come out eventually in this issue, but at first it's not. You can see collect all 6 to build the Modok Build-A-Figure, which, again, you guys know I like ToyBiz, and I think that Build-A-Figure actually looks better than the Hasbro like deluxe version they made. See other figures here in the wave. You got Captain Marvel when he used to be a dude, Spider-Woman, Beta Ray Bill, Thor, Thor Buster Iron Man, which I didn't know Thor Buster Iron Man was a thing. You get Moon Knight and Wasp, and unfortunately I don't have the Build-A-Figure piece. I don't even know which Build-A-Figure piece she comes with. And also Wasp has 3 alternate figures for it, so that's pretty cool. It is a pretty good looking ToyBiz face. It's more of a simple kind of one where, you know, I feel like some of the ToyBiz figures where you don't see their eyes, they look really good. You can see the mouth, the nose there. I think some figures that you do see the eyes look a little, I don't know, some of them the eyes don't look too good. They look kind of soulless, but I like that you don't see her pupils, which obviously you don't see in the mask anyway. I really like that this version of the figure they made has hair, because the one without hair, the bald head looking one, just looks kind of creepy. A little bit reminiscent of Spider-Man eyes, which also, I know she has like pretty much nothing to do with Peter Parker at all. The spider here is kind of like, it looks a little bit like the Black Widow kind of spider logo with the triangle going down here. You can see the spider logo there. Kind of focus. You can see how it kind of goes with like the pattern of her waist, like very thin on the waist, and then kind of more like a triangle shape on the pelvis area here. And then I don't like how this butt pelvis area looks kind of like she's wearing like baggy, like briefs kind of, you know, like underwear kind of thing, where it looks, you can see the fabric and fold, like everything like folding in here. See stretching on the butt there. On the butt, it doesn't look as bad, but the way they made this rotation here, the way they made the rotation look, it just looks super off, where her waist here is small, and then all of a sudden the pelvis area is just really big, and then the legs are small again. I really wish this was just, even if they didn't give her rotation in the waist, I think that'd be okay, because she just had just the ball joint and the rotation in the torso. I think it'd be okay just to omit that, but I don't know, it just looks really, really off. There's a bit of paint chip right there too, but I don't know, that just looks kind of off, and then it feels like it's crooked. It feels like you could rotate this, like it could rotate, but no, it only, I mean, yeah, it rotates, but it feels like it could, kind of like a ball joint kind of thing. You know how, you know, like Fearsome Foes and McFarlane, they both have this sort of, it looks like a ball jointed waist here where you can kind of pull it up and kind of rotate it. It doesn't move much, doesn't really do anything, but this figure kind of gives off that kind of feeling to it. I also know they've used this same body for the, I think it was the Fantastic Four movie Invisible Woman. I think they used the same body, just of course Fantastic Four details and stuff to it. But speaking of details, this figure doesn't really have much 3D sculpting. Pretty much only what it is the head. And then her arms don't really have much, like the finger joints and stuff. The boots have, you know, a couple of wrinkles and stuff on them. But everything else, like her legs, her arms are all very smooth here. And then you have like a big hole on the back. That was because some figures, some ToyBiz figures, I know it was mostly Marvel Legends, had like a peg you could stick something to here. This is just like a stick I have on my shelf for no reason. I don't have anything that I could really like plug into the, whoops. Yeah, here's an arm. This is from Superior Spider-Man by Hasbro. No, you can't plug it in her back. What if I take this part off here? Should be able to pull that off. Yeah, there we go. No, you can't. But it was kind of like a little hook thing, display base kind of thing that would hook into the back. I don't have any of those. I have some for SH Figure Arts, but the peg holes are too small for it. But either way, she has that peg hole you can hook there to keep her like suspended, or even keep her just standing in a still position without falling over. She has these rubbery webby things, which these are pretty cool. They're kind of stretchy here. They stretch a bit. Um, this part isn't connected onto her waist right here, which that kind of bugs me how this part is just hanging loose. I wish they would be super glued or something. I might super glue it onto like her waist here, because I don't know, it feels weird how this part is just kind of suspended there, how it doesn't stay, it doesn't hold its position, it kind of just wiggles around. But it is fastened onto the ribs area here, and then on the upper and lower arm there. The very like kind of big looking fingers here. Unfortunately, the fingers don't have any articulation in it, which that's okay. Doesn't have rotation here in the wrist either, which that's kind of fine. But like I was saying in the Iron Spider review, I'd much rather have rotation in the wrist than a hinge. I feel like that's just, rotation's overall more important than the hinge. I feel like for some figures, she has a web pattern like a web like line kind of thing right here that connects from the chest part here to the side of it on both sides. The one on her left arm looks lower than the one on the right. And you can see the redness goes here, or the yellow, and the yellow with the black outline going over the red. She doesn't have a spider logo on the back or anything, which, you know, it kind of looks cool. It's kind of plain on the back. The yellow glows with this yellow, or the black. I keep saying black when I mean yellow, and I keep saying yellow when I mean black. This yellow outline thing connecting her glove to her costume. I think it overall looks pretty cool. I don't really know much. That's the thing. I don't really know enough about the character of what to, to like enjoy it too much. If I were to review like I don't know, like an Ironmonger figure, I wouldn't have too much to say because I don't care about the character too much. Like, yeah, I don't care too much about Spider-Woman, so I can't really, enjoy this figure as much as I would. I don't enjoy it as much as like someone who's a fan of Spider-Woman would like it. On the bottom of the foot, actually doesn't say anything. It's just a heel there. It doesn't say anything on it. It says here on the inner thigh right there. It says, I think that was, says 2006. 2006 Marvel Entertainment, ToyBiz Worldwide 2006, made in China. Oh, so this is 2006. This is so later on in ToyBiz's life. This is like one of their last years. I think this is the last year they did for Spider-Man, but I think they went on to 2007 making other kind of toys, for other Marvel figures. It's on there on the thigh, and it's very discreet looking, so you might miss it. I just like, I know I complained how it's very smooth, but I like how smooth everything feels. Like, all the body feels really smooth here. It does feel a little rough right there. There's like a little plastic sticking out right there on her glove right there. On the finger, you can see there, too. That's where, like, the plastic connects, I guess, here. Kind of weird there. But overall, I like how smooth it feels. Kind of reminds me of this Spider-Man here, where it's none of this is 3D sculpted. It's just all painted on, but it feels very like, smooth plastic. Also, comparing these two together, Spider-Man's costume here is very glossy, very reflective and shiny. Hers is more matte. It is a little glossy, like, pretty much just on the breasts. Honestly, that's, like, the only glossy thing on here. Everything else is, I mean, it's glossy, but it's not, like glossy like this. This is very much glossy. This is more like matte with a bit of shininess to it, but not, like, whoa, full-blown. I hope you get what I mean. I don't really get what I mean. But yeah, so don't really have too much to say about her, unfortunately, but I think it looks good. It looks pretty cool. It does look very accurate to the comic book she came with, which I think that's pretty nice. But yeah, let's take a look at her articulation here. So the head rotates, it would rotate all the way around, but the hair blocks it. Which also, I didn't say, but this hair is like a rubbery, like a squishy kind of rubbery plastic material, which really, really nice feeling to it. Kind of like the material of that. But the head rotates all the way around. It would, but the hair blocks it. She can't look all the way because the hair again, but she looks down all the way, and you can see the hinge is really deep in her neck, so it could look up all the way, but the hair blocks it. Maybe it would be good if she didn't have any hair. The bulging torso, which this is kind of bad. It does tilt side to side here, which, I mean, that's good, but it doesn't, that's kind of all it does going forward and back. That's kind of it. And it does rotate all the way around, and this rotates here in the waist too. The arms would go up all the way, but the webs block it. They don't go up all the way, or no, they don't rotate all the way around, but they do go up they don't go up all the way. They cut off right there. They rotate here in the upper arm, double bend in the knee, and a hinge in the wrist. I'm so used to saying a rotation in the wrist and hinge in the wrist, but it only has a hinge. Also, this arm, you can see the peg coming out there. It feels like it's very much going to break. Rotation here in the waist as well. That one's very tight to move. This one, the upper one, it's more easy to move there compared to the bottom one. She can do the splits. On the left leg, she can do the splits. The right one, the right leg feels like, look at that. It looks like it's lower, doesn't it? Like something about her body is crooked, I guess. The legs kick up. They don't kick up all the way straight. They kind of go less than 90 degrees. They kind of go at like an angle because of the weird pelvic joint. They rotate here on the upper leg. Double bend in the knee. Extremely good double bend in the knee. Pretty much, that's like perfect. Rotation here on her boot. And then the foot goes forward and back. Not much there. Also, these joints here, they're painted. You can see the paint is coming off on that joint. But they are painted. They're not actually yellow, yellow peg plastic things. I'm sorry, I don't know why I forgot the word for that. But yeah, so also, in case you're wondering, she does stick to other ToyBiz display bases. This is a Hasbro display base, but it's pretty much the same material. She does stick onto it. Sticks on pretty well. Doesn't fall off at all. I mean, the peg came off, but I shook it like crazy. But she does stick onto this really good. Like, if you were to get into a car accident while holding this in your hand and you flew through the windshield, I'm pretty sure she would still stay stuck on the display base. So you might fracture your skull open, but your figure's going to still be on the display base. So, keep an eye out for that. Also, the paint here on the boot is a little sloppy there. It's the bottom triangle on the boot, it doesn't line up. I mean, it lines up, it kind of sticks out the side. It's a little too big. This one lines up a bit more. I mean, no, it doesn't. And this one, the bottom part looks slightly too big. It's a bit of a nitpick there, but that's all for this figure. If you like this figure, let me know. I don't know anything about Spider-Woman, so I can't appreciate this figure to the fullest. So that's all for this video. I will see you guys in the next review. Wow.